This is how to hoop a sleeve on the freestyle arm. You'll usually use the 4 1/4 inch hoop, normally called the 10 cm or 12 cm size hoop. The 15 cm size can be used on some sleeves, but it is too large to properly hoop most sleeves without stretching the fabric. We're going to use an Allied brand 12 cm hoop for this demonstration. Your hoops may be a different brand, but the basic hooping process would be the same. Remember to always check to make sure your design will fit in the hoop you're using. The normal placement is a little bit above the cuff and in the center of the top of the sleeve. This is the standard sleeve placement, but you should always verify with your customer that this is where they would like the design. There will usually be a good crease at the top, so you will not need to mark the garment. If there is not a crease, or the crease is not at the top of the sleeve, then lay the shirt flat on the table and fold the sleeve between the top shoulder seam and the seam on the bottom of the sleeve. Then you can mark the top of the sleeve with a special garment marking pencil or placement dot. Remember, you do not always have to mark the sleeves. You only do this if there is not a clear fold line on the top of the sleeve. This mark does not have to show the exact placement for the design. It is mainly to help you locate the top center of the sleeve while hooping. After hooping sleeves numerous times, most experienced operators can find the top center of the sleeve while hooping without having to pre-mark the sleeve. Hold the sleeve with 2 fingers and your thumbs centering the bottom seam between your hands. Then just pull the bottom seam straight under the center of the bottom of the freestyle arm. After marking the top center of the sleeve, or finding the center by eye, start by adjusting your outer ring for the approximate thickness of your garment. Then place the outer ring in the fixture and place the top hoop on top of the arms toward the back of the fixture. This will allow you to position the sleeve on the freestyle arm without the hoop being in the way. Place your backing material under the magnetic flaps. Next, simply pull the sleeve over the end of the freestyle arm. Be sure to keep the mark or the fold line in the center of the fixture. You can use the center engraved line of the fixture and the rivets on the magnetic flaps to keep it centered. Pull the end of the sleeve to the edge of the magnetic flaps. This is a good starting point for most designs. Place your top hoop on the arms with the end brackets facing the correct direction to load the sleeve into your machine. Slide the hoop from side to side and make sure it locks in the middle. Then hold your hoop down and check to see if the sleeve is in the proper position for your design placement. Using a printout or sew-out of your design is a good way to verify that the design will fit in the hoop and that the placement is correct. Remember, you do not always have to embroider in the center of the hoop. Just hoop the sleeve in the best place possible, then line up the machine for the correct placement. When you have the sleeve in the proper position, make a note of where the end of the sleeve is on the fixture so that you can hoop all of the sleeves in the same place. If there's not a good point to reference on the fixture, you can use a piece of masking tape across the fixture to mark the point the sleeve should be pulled to. While adjusting the sleeve, you should hold the bottom of the sleeve under the freestyle arm with one hand and use your other hand to start pressing down on the top hoop. Make sure not to pull hard under the freestyle arm. You do not want to stretch the material. When the sleeve is in position, simply press the hoop down and hoop the sleeve. If the hoop seems to be too tight or too loose, then remove the garment, adjust your hoop, and start over. Adjusting your hoop after hooping can cause hoop burn, puckering, and loss of registration. Also notice that in this example we were not able to hoop the entire end of the sleeve. This is common for this type of placement. The backing material should hold the sleeve stable while being embroidered. Make sure the end of the sleeve is running straight across the hoop. Finally, remove the sleeve from the fixture and place it in your machine. Here's a summary of the steps we went over for hooping a sleeve. If you missed one of these steps, please rewind and watch the video again. Mark the top center of your sleeve if there is not a good crease in the sleeve. Adjust your outer ring and place it in the fixture. Place your top hoop on the back of the arms and place your backing material under the magnetic flaps. Pull the sleeve onto the freestyle arm, making sure the top center of the sleeve is over the center of the board. Also, make sure you pull the end of the sleeve to the same point each time, so your placement is consistent. Place the hoop on the arms with the brackets of the hoop in the correct direction. Hold the sleeve from underneath with one hand and start pressing the hoop down with your other hand. Press the hoop all the way down and hoop the sleeve. Remove the sleeve from the fixture and place it in your embroidery machine. Remember to align the machine if you are not going to embroider in the center of the hoop.